Hello, you just reached MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. We're currently tying up phone lines and burning through cell minutes to get you closer to the guys on top of the boxes and over the wall down on Pit Road. Thank you for holding. You are now being connected to your hosts, Sammi Joe Francis and Rocko Williams.
Yes. Back. I made it. Welcome to MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel and World Traveling.
Yes. Welcome back, Sammi Joe.
Thank you. I am so happy to be back because I missed you.
We missed you too.
We or you? Because it matters.
Me.
All right. Good. Well, I've seen we've got some new things on our desk, and I appreciate it because I now get free coffee, which, if you followed any of my Instagram, you would see that that's what I was surviving on in my short trip.
You got the good stuff now.
Yes.
Clutch coffee.
I don't think they have this in London.
Not yet.
All right, so catch me up. What did I miss?
You missed a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot went on. You know, we were in this little racetrack called Loudon, New Hampshire. You know,
And how was that?
It was awesome. It was two great races. You know, watching it from afar. I wasn't there, but you never look forward as a crew member to going to Loudon, you know,
Why?
to watch an exciting race. You know, it's always about that is a race you really focus in on just the pit stops and making sure you're not the one that causes your driver not to finish.
Scapegoat?
But yes, exactly. But that race was actually exciting. It was fun to watch the bump and run action with Busch and Harvick and Truex, and the big three was up there. There was some competition on pit road.
Yeah.
You know, you had the usual suspects doing really
focus on.
well. Yes, it was. And then you had just stuff going on, that storylines that just made it so exciting. You know, Stewart-Haas racing, they had modifying their crew. You had teams.
Which we discussed a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
And then we have our trusty expert in-house, Joe Piette,
Oh, my gosh.
is with us.
We had the man, and he's back. Thank you for.
Minus the sling, so, you know,
yeah.
new and improved.
He doesn't have the sling, but he can shed some light on this whole pit crew modification is
Yeah.
what I like to call it, you know, because that is detrimental to a team. And to do that at
Was
this
it a pit crew modification or like the pit crew version of wife swap?
Well, we're going to have to get into that because it's a big deal to do that at this late in the season.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, the ramifications, positive or negative, could be really big. And to make a move like that, you have to be confident in your system and your guys.
This
as well.
is not the time to experiment.
No, 6 races to the chase.
Yeah.
And then when the chase
Man,
comes,
are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. I feel like the season has flown by.
it has flown by, Sammy. 6 races to the chase, and it's game on.
Who's winning?
You know what? I would say Bubba Wallace is going to get in there, and he's going to win the championship.
All right. I like your confidence. Maybe a little too hyped up on some clutch coffee.
Go,
but
Bubba, go. Oh, I did
that's
have
all right.
it.
Now listen, I have a little bone to pick with you, okay? One, you replaced me last week, so
Yeah,
I mean, I guess that's okay.
you were in London.
I could have Skyped in.
Okay.
Could have Skyped in. But two,
Okay.
this is the most important part. You have way too much homework on that board for me. So can you just tell me what is this?
I mean, like I said, you know, first of all, the most important thing is welcome back, Sammi Joe.
Yeah.
I have that on the board. I have talent versus experience. We're talking about, that's going to relate directly to the pit crew modification, as I'm saying.
So Joe
which
will
one is
comment
better?
on that.
Yes, I'd like to get some
right.
insight on which one is better. Would you rather have talented guys, or would you rather have guys with experience? I'm also talking about our Clutch Performer of the Week award, which I'm so excited. We finally.
This is new.
Yes, this is new. This will be given out on a weekly basis to a performer or performances that we deem deserve.
You and I.
That we consider clutch.
Okay, so can our viewers vote on it?
Viewers can't vote on it. This is strictly us right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But you can comment on it on the
You
Facebook
definitely
page.
can tune in and comment on it and give us your input, give us your
Okay.
suggestions, but as of now, it's just you and me.
All right.
You
And the
know?
hashtag we're using is clutch it.
Clutch it and power up.
That's so clutch. See what I did there?
But yes, we're going to shed some light to these guys. You know, we're going to reward them for their awesome performances on pit road. Clutch Performer of the Week award. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to tell y'all who is winning the first one.
So have you ever been to Canada?
Yes, I've been to Canada.
And what do you think of Canada?
I love it. You know, love the food.
What do you-
Poutine. Love the poutine.
I think it's a northern thing too.
Poutine or poutine, but I love it.
whatever. It's food, and Rocko loves it, so there's no shock there.
Yeah.
What do you think about Canada Day?
Canada Day was an experience.
It was. And coming up, we have exclusive video of Canada Day.
Yes, we do.
It was a really good time and a really hot time out there. You know the thing that was trending a couple years ago, I think it was the dad bod?
Yeah.
Okay, so the opposite of that is the dad wallet. And you don't want this. You know
No,
what I'm
don't.
talking about?
You don't want the big, bulky dad wallet.
Big, bulky wallet. And let me tell you why. Because Ridge Wallet can hook you up and get you away from this. The Ridge Wallet is minimal. It's the front pocket wallet designed to let you ditch your bulky traditional wallet, aka the dad wallet. And that Ridge Wallet is slim RFID blocking, so you can travel with it. Very important to me. And you can get 10% off today with free shipping worldwide by going to ridgewallet.com. That's ridgewallet.com, and use the promo code RACING. We'll be back with more MRN Crew Call right after this.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Kyle Petty here. My friends at Click & Close, the official mortgage provider of NASCAR, have stepped up this year to support Victory Junction through the fastest lap of the race program on NASCAR radio. So join our team. Go to clickandclose.com/NASCAR today to donate $43 or more and help us give the gift of camp to children with serious medical conditions. That's clickandclose.com/NASCAR, and just look for the Victory Junction logo. Thanks to Click & Close and NASCAR Radio for their support this season.
Things happen fast in racing, and if you don't know where to look, you can miss it all. With Legend from Racing Electronics, you'll never miss another moment. Legend gives you live fan vision video, in-car cameras, and stats at NASCAR and other Premier Series events. And the next generation race scanner for unfiltered driver and crew audio at any motorsports event nationwide. NASCAR fans have never been closer to the action. Welcome to the future of the fan experience. Learn more by visiting racingelectronics.com.
Thank you for holding. Now back to MRN Crew Call with Rocko and Sammy Joe.
You know, Rocko, I've never really celebrated Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day!
We're coming to you live from the Canada Day Classic.
At Chip Ganassi Racing, and these boys are out here getting it
And
in
it's
this.
not just one team.
No,
It's all of them.
the team names. I mean, we got the Rangers out here, we got the Cuticle Crunchers, we got the More Showers, and these guys do this every year, Sammy.
Right. I don't really understand it yet, but I feel like the more we play in there, the more I will understand
You're
it.
gonna learn today. Sammy Joe.
On that note, happy Canada Day.
From MRN Crew Call. Matt Simmons from the Cuticle Crunchers?
The best to ever do it.
The Cuticle Crunchers?
What is that?
I bite my fingernails a lot, so I'll just be sitting there biting my fingernails. So they,
Hence the picture.
yeah, the Cuticle Crunchers. So that's how I got the team name.
Cuticle. So you're the team captain.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So are you from Canada?
I'm not. No, I'm a proud North Carolinian. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
Round of applause for that. How did you guys do today?
We lost, but it's okay. We wanted to lose the first game intentionally, so now everyone's like, they're not that good, and then we're just going to sweep through
Bit
it.
of sandbagging.
Yeah, so it's a long day out here, so we knew that we had to be out here for a while, so we just took the first game nice and easy.
Ranger Wilson, how's it going out there? How's it looking?
It's going good. I'm playing a lot of defense down here. I'm not a scorer. I'm horrible at hockey, completely horrible at it. But we have Dallas on our team, and Dallas is phenomenal. So the goal is just don't let them score, get the puck to Dallas, let him score.
So you're riding Dallas's coattails.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You might know Mike Metcalf, but I bet you don't know Ranger
I haven't
Mike.
been before.
He only comes out once a year, typically, actually only on Canada Day.
Team events like this, I mean, how important is this to the pit crew as it relates to practicing and preparing for the week? I'm sure your team is like, what are they doing out here? Shouldn't they be practicing?
Oh, yeah, our GM came out a few minutes ago, and he's kind of scratching his head. It's like, I'm kind of on board with this, but not really. They're competing and doing something different. You know, it's almost like if you can change the schedule up, figure out like what are the things that we need to do most importantly when it's hot, and that's just compete and battle through mental tough, be mentally tough, battle through the heat. And so that's what we're doing right now. And then it's just a little bit of a break from practice. We'll come back tomorrow. Everybody will be refreshed and ready to go because I got away from it a little bit.
Marshall McFadden, I've heard a lot of great things about your hockey skills. Tell me a little bit about how today has been for you.
Well, I never picked up a hockey stick a day in my life, but today it's all been greatness. You know, just show the true potential of a true athlete that can do it all.
I heard that you were drafted last.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Mr. Irrelevant, and everything that I just said, just wash all that away. But yeah, I got drafted last. I was Mr. Irrelevant, but with these guys, only these guys. But I love them to death, and I don't think it would have been great if I wasn't picked last. We're gonna win the Steel this year, so at the end of the day, it don't matter. As long as my team win, we get the championship, and I can brag about that.
I think you're the only Canadian here.
That's correct. And it's an unfortunate reality for these guys, seeing as there's one Canadian and kind of co-leader of this department. These guys have to do this every year.
I mean, it seems like a good team bonding event. Like, what's different about this versus all your other events?
I'm terrible at all our other events, so we had to craft something that at least I might have a chance of winning at once a year. But it's just different because it really brings the guys together. It's a culture event for us.
I really love the creativity and the thought that goes into figuring out ways to engage the guys and to make them perform. And I really feel like you're gonna have a good weekend this week.
I hope you're right, man. As long as no one gets hurt, it's a win for us.
Exactly.
I just want to talk a little bit because when you do team bonding events, normally it's with your team. This mixes everybody up.
This mixes everyone up, and it goes across teams to our young guys. It even goes through our shop. So like BizOps is playing engineering at 12:30 today. We're lucky enough to have MRN coming down, who's going to play the winner of that game. So again, it's a culture event. And it's cool that NASCAR, other parts of the NASCAR community can come in and share some of that culture with us.
Yeah.
Rocko.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you're an athlete. Okay, you got the slawness, but how are you at hockey?
I do it like I do it for TV. You think good, feel good, play good. I look good, I feel good. I'm gonna play good.
Just go. We're gonna watch this. This is gonna be good. All right, Rocco's lining up the shot. He's feeling confident. He looks good. Here he goes. Oh, it was so close, but no cigar. I feel like that's going to be a lot of lost bragging rights right there.
Sammy Joe, let me talk to you.
Yeah, what's up?
You better take a shot. You think you can do one better than myself?
Here's how good I am. I don't even need the stick.
Ooh, that's how it goes. Hey, we're going to see what Sammy's got. She says she does not need the stick for hockey.
Secret weapon in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. Can she do that? I appreciate the fact that she scored, but I don't know if that was a legal move.
It counts.
Clutch Coffee Bar in Mooresville, North Carolina is redefining the drive-thru coffee game in Race City, USA. The Clutch experience is quick, efficient, and personal. Unmatched customer service is the name of the game. Clutch Coffee Bar offers signature espresso drinks, classic coffees, custom-flavored infused energy drinks, smoothies, and more. With over 25 flavors, there's something for everyone. Visit our 2 locations in Mooresville, 356 Williamson Road and 154 West Plaza Drive. Open daily 5 a.m. till 9 p.m. Power up today with Clutch Coffee Bar.
This is Steve Post. Join Aaron Evernham, Ashley Strummy, and I live from the granddaddy of them all, the 58th annual 5-Hour Energy Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's General Store. Textron Off-Road Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit will be live August 8th through the 12th, 7 to 8 Eastern Time. Join us live from the Fan Zone at Knoxville Raceway or listen on MRN.com, WingNation.com, and Facebook Live from the Cushion. Textron Off-Road Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit, live from the 5-Hour Energy Knoxville Nationals.
NASCAR Today Midday is your NASCAR source on and off the racetrack throughout the week.
It's so peaceful to get out in nature and just sit in the woods and watch the deer and bird.
Typically on our runs, there's a lot of conversation for 25 or 30 minutes, and then it gets quiet because you're sucking wind. But on the bike, especially at the racetrack and stuff, they're pretty easy rides.
Keep up with your favorite NASCAR stars each weekday on NASCAR Today Midday, here on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Thank you for listening to our program. If you like what you hear, tell your friends. If you don't, tell them we're NASCAR Live. You're being transferred back to Sammi Joe and Rocko.
Welcome back to MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. Yep. And finally, we've got our expert in-house, Joe Piette. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Coach.
Very happy to be back. Thank you all for having me.
You're minus a little accessory.
Pit crew coach,
yes.
Stewart-Haas Racing.
The sling is gone. That's good.
The sling is gone, which means you're fully healed, right? You're out there lugging tires.
No, not fully healed. Out of the sling, still doing therapy.
It's a process.
Very slow process, but I need to take my time and heal up good and get back
Speaking
at
of
it.
process, you've got quite the process going on.
What do you speak of?
Racing. You've got quite a switch up, which we discussed a little bit.
And we did, but let's just talk about what happened at Loudon from your perspective. How was the race for you? Besides the obvious, I mean, your car won.
The obvious is we won, right?
Again, what is that, 6 this year?
Do you want to recap that
Actually,
again?
I believe that's 7.
If you count the All-Star
race. That's correct.
Wow.
Awesome.
So from the race standpoint, obviously it was good.
Yes.
Right? We won. Not even sure where our other cars finished, but we ran good.
But do you even care where the other cars finished?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I do. But we've had a lot going on, so.
Sure.
But I do know the 4-car won, which is nice.
Yes.
So from the race standpoint, all of our cars really ran good. Our guys are building super fast race cars. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That creates a unique challenge for the pit crews because at any given time, any of these 4 Stewart-Haas cars could win a race.
Exactly.
We have to have 4 top-notch pit crews every week. So the pressure's on, if you will. We did do a little bit of move this person here, this person here.
Modifications.
I like that, modifications. We did that last week. Going into Loudon, we had some different players on some different pit crews. And I would give pit road for us about a C+ or a B-.
And you still won.
And we still won.
So that's got to tell you something.
Yes. Well, it tells us we have fast race cars. We still have some work to do with the pit crews, but I don't believe you can take the first week, the first race after moving people around and putting different people with different groups and say, okay, judge right off of that.
Let me ask you why. What was?
Well, let's see what he did. Could you put up our graphic? Let's see what you did and who you moved around on the 4 to 41.
And then we'll go back to why.
Yes, in the 14. Let's see what you did. So you moved Eric Maycroft off of the 4, and then you have Shane. You moved him off of the 41, and Eric was replaced by Shane, correct?
He was.
And then Shane was replaced by Ryan.
So if you're just a color coordinated person, which I am, orange equals out, red equals replaced, and green equals relocated.
I like the color coordination.
Yes, this is much easier for me to follow.
So talk to me about the 4. What was your mindset in this change with the 4? How did that come about, and what process? What is the process? Describe that.
Okay, so when we looked at our performance across the board in the shop, we had the 41 pit crew, which was probably our best pit crew.
The 41.
For the year.
All around, you mean?
All around.
Okay.
Average on pit road for the season.
Sure.
The 4 was somewhere not too far away.
Okay.
And then we have the 10 and the 14 also. All right? And they were all fairly close. I mean, our pit crews before Loudon were, I'm going to say, 5th to 15th place pit crews.
Okay.
Okay, but like I said before, we have top running cars at any given week. So
Right.
we need to be better on pit road.
Sure.
Rocko, as you know, in July of a season, in the middle of July, it's virtually impossible to just go out and find quote-unquote new players, new pit crew members that can jump in and
Because they're taken.
They're taken.
Well,
For the
you can find replacements, but to find replacements for the type of cars that you have at Stewart-Haas Racing running up front, That's a different story. Because you can find replacements, but you need guys with a certain talent level, a certain mental fortitude where they can handle performing under the pressure of winning.
So this brings us to the question that you posed earlier. Would you rather have experience or talent?
We have both.
Well, no. That is not the question.
That was a
okay?
cop-out, wasn't it?
He's cheating. Talent or experience? What is the greater value on pit road?
It depends upon what your goal is. If your goal is to build a program for the future, talent. Okay. Experience right now in the moment tends to win out.
In the moment.
In the moment.
But there are drawbacks to that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What are the drawbacks?
The drawbacks are you're going to have some bumps in the road with talent that may not have a lot of experience. So a pit crew member that is very talented, and they may be right here, but their ceiling may be up here, you're going to have some bumps in the road, okay?
Yeah.
The experienced ones, the experience factor is the guys that have been doing it. They've been in the trenches for years and years. You know, they can handle the pressure and all that. It's two different things.
But they hit that ceiling.
But they hit a ceiling.
Perfect example with the 5-man crew. You know, just some guys have been used to doing it for 6 men for so long. When you have this 5-man,
stuck in their ways.
And it's just hard to. And times are going down. You know, these changes are getting comfortable with these guns. I mean, the times are going down. I want to show your other 2 teams the changes that you have with the 14 and the 10. If we could bring that graphic up, because
color coordinated again.
You had movement there too, and I mean. On the 14, you had Daniel Coffey. Did I say that or Kofi? Is it Kofi?
Coffey, correct.
Daniel Coffey. He was replaced. And Josh Sobecki. So you had 2 guys that you replaced on the 14 with Ira Joe Hussey, who I've known forever. Super vet.
Yes.
You know, he was pitting back for Tony Stewart.
Been there, done it, won championships.
And then Matthew, helped me out with the last name.
Hosbauer.
I gave him a ride up to the airport one
did.
day.
Yes,
yes. So Matthew Hosbauer.
And you didn't know his last name? Gosh, Rocko.
Everybody at the track, hey man, how's it going?
Yeah.
And this is what really intrigues me about your team, that 10 car of Almirola, because I see you have Ryan Mulder, who's replaced by Daniel. But that 10 car, as you were saying, with the experience and the talent, correlates directly with that driver, Almirola. You have Almirola, who was driving for Richard Petty, not very competitive, said his team was set in their ways and happy with where they ran. But now you're at Stewart-Haas Racing. You have this guy running up front now. Led all the laps, had the best car there.
Yes.
And then, yes, the pit crew had a little debacle as well, which set him back. But not only that, he spun his tires acting like an inexperienced guy as well.
He did.
Running up front. And that's what I'm saying. The correlation is there between driver and crew members where we experience that. And what you look for in a crew member is that guy or that individual, female too, or that individual who can handle the pressure in performing when the camera is on you. You know?
And it's so hard to know who that individual is. It's so hard to put
until you're in the moment.
That type of pressure on someone at the shop in practice. It's virtually impossible.
Parking lot 500 is what we used to call it. You
Absolutely.
do 12 seconds all day in the parking lot 500 at practice.
Absolutely.
You get in that race.
I call them scrimmage heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Can do 12 seconds out back, but go to the track and.
You need that clutch
performer. That's right, that clutch performer. What made you switch the people you switched?
So here's what we did. We had a somewhat rough pit road at Kentucky. Okay. And one of our drivers was very vocal about it.
One of them.
Which happens. That's right.
A driver being vocal?
Imagine
I'm
that.
so shocked.
Where did they do that at?
So we came back to the shop on Monday, and there's been some heat. You know, there's been some pressure being put on the pit crews from the previous 2 months.
Okay.
And
but that's kind of the norm, right?
It is the norm. That's right. It's a high pressure business.
Yeah.
You can't stand the heat. You got to get out
It's
of the kitchen.
cutthroat.
It is. So,
that's why I'm butting my
in a nutshell, we took and on Monday morning after Kentucky, we came up with a plan, and I say we, Kevin Sharp, one of the pit coaches at our shop, came up with an actual practice plan, and we ran, I think it was 58 pit stops between Monday and Tuesday. With all kinds of different combinations of people.
Mixing and matching the crew members up.
Mixing and matching the crew members up.
Okay.
And one thing I need to say is we also, at Stewart-Haas Racing, we supply the pit crew for Michael McDowell's number 34 car. So we have those guys as well, those 5 guys. And so we used everybody that we had. We did all kinds of pit stops, tried different combinations, and at the end of Tuesday, sat down, looked at everything, looked at film, looked at times, all the little particulars, even the intangibles. Hey, we want to put Rocko with Sammy Joe, but you know what? I don't think they're going to get along, so we better not do that.
That's true.
Those type of things. Right. and came up with a plan and made a plan, and we're going to stick to it. We went to Loudon, and I think the plan is good, okay? But my jury's still out.
Mm-hmm.
But we just didn't execute very well at Loudon.
Let's get some exclusive here. Are
Okay.
you switching anymore for the next race? Or is this the pit crews that went in, are they staying the same?
To my knowledge, disclaimer, to my knowledge, they're staying the same.
All right.
Staying the same. We're going to
No
go
breaking
to Pocono.
news yet.
Right, no breaking news yet. I
Right.
think you have to give them time.
That's right.
You have to give them time to gel.
Well, we're going to give you time to think about that answer, and we'll be back with more MRN Crew Call right after this.
Grunt style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
The race weekend doesn't have to end with the checkered flag. Carry the action over into Monday with MRN Motorsports Monday, presented by Outback Steakhouse. Log on to MRN.com and join veteran broadcaster Woody Kane and NASCAR spotter Joey Meyer as they review the race weekend and debate the biggest stories of the week ahead. Plus, some of the biggest names in the sport stop by to talk the latest topics. Make Monday your new favorite weekday with MRN Motorsports Monday at noon Eastern or anytime on demand at MRN.com.
Live sports are the one true reality entertainment, where a single dramatic moment can become timeless. In NASCAR, Motor Racing Network's live broadcasts elevate your senses to the sights, sounds, and struggles taking place on the racetrack.
Austin Dillon leads the pack. No one ever thought he would contend for the win. He's going to win the 60th running of the Daytona 500.
The power of radio to the imagination of the listener. Tune in to the Motor Racing Network. Visit MRN.com for an affiliate list in your local area.
You've reached MRN Crew Call. Please deposit 25 cents to be upgraded to more quality programming. Otherwise, hold for Sammy Joe and Rocko.
Welcome back to MRN Crew Call, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel, joined by the fabulous Rocko and the omniscient Joe Piette.
Omniscient, I like that.
Yes.
I'll have to Google that later, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a word of the day calendar. It's no big deal. Okay, so we have a lot to go over in a little bit of time because our show was packed today.
I wish we could talk more about the switch. Long story short, I just want to let everyone know how tough it is to make these type of decisions, especially because you're running up front. The spotlight is always on you.
Absolutely. And in such a short amount of time. It's
Always
not like you have a couple weeks to develop this.
And as crew members, you expect that. You know, I mean, job security in our sport is not even there. It's
Unless you're
non-existent.
on Undercover Boss.
Okay, well, whatever. We don't have to
then
go
it
there.
is.
Long story short, you have to perform. You have to perform. You're in the spotlight. And just let's get off of the topic of the modifications. Let's talk about pit road at Loudon. We have the average times of the big three. We always focus on the big three because they're just balling out right now. You know,
Let's
the hottest
focus on
thing,
these big ballers.
The hottest thing smoking. And then just the big three in their pit stop times, the 78, you have the 18, and you have the 4. What did you see on pit road? Here are their times. What did you see? Do you remember lap 36, 77, 153, 224, and 257?
I do. I was actually there. I was actually assigned to the 4 car pit stall, so I was with them all day.
So first stop.
That's why they won?
Yeah, that's why they won, because I was there. Absolutely. No,
I knew
as
it.
you can see the times, and when you compare them to the 78 and the 18, you know, they weren't the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a 15.5.
They're actually the slowest of the averages.
You're exactly right. And as you can see, what I like about that is they got faster as they went. The money stop, if you will, Rocko.
Lap
the last stop of the
257.
day, lap 257, they did their best stop of the day, which is important to me looking at the whole situation.
Sure.
Look at lap 153 for the 18. Why does that one stick out to you?
17.2,
but that's not indicative to what they were doing, you know, as far as tires.
Right. And when we look back into that, why did they have a 17-second pit stop? We found out that their car was apparently so bad.
Yes.
It didn't look that bad to me, but they said it was so bad. They did a packer shim in the right front. They did a shock adjustment, a left rear rubber.
Yes.
And I think a left rear adjustment. So
So they made a new car in 17 seconds?
They rebuilt that car in 17 seconds. And honestly, when you look at all those times and what they did, the pit crew for the 18 executed really good at Loudon.
Yeah.
They really
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
So, as they've been doing, they have been doing all year, and which brings us to our award. Take a guess who the recipient
Clutch
of
performer.
the first, on a weekly basis, the first Clutch Performer of the Week award is the number 18 crew. Now, typically, I would like to give this to we would like to give this to one or two individuals, but the 18, being that we're starting midway in the season, 18 has been so consistent as a team, as a whole. They have been spot on, and they're dealing with the driver that they have, as in Kyle Busch. I mean, they have a lot of pressure on their shoulders.
That sounds personal, Rocko.
And they are very clutch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have my reasons, but this team is one of, right now, they are the clutch.
It's
the
not
clutchiest,
like you're
clutchest.
dealing with a quiet driver in that regard. So if you're screwing up, you're going to hear about it with somebody like Kyle Busch.
And
everybody else may hear about it as well.
Congratulations.
However, this is going to be a weekly thing. So.
And they receive coffee, energy drinks, all of that, you know. And
very nice.
Yes. They're going to get it hooked up. There are 2 locations in Mooresville, and we're going to track them down, and we're going to show some footage of them receiving their rewards.
Their clutch coffee.
Their clutch coffee. Clutch Performers of the Week. And
so be on the lookout for a
congratulations.
clutch performer every week. And I have a feeling that one of your crews is going to be up there.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
They're going to be
It's
on
gonna
next
happen.
week. Our clutch performers of this week's winner, the 18 team, they will be on the show.
And we'll have to hear what they think of our clutch performer for next week. Can
Yes.
we have repeat clutch performers?
We'll have them help present.
Can we have repeats?
We're going to work that out in the rules.
Okay, all right, because maybe,
we're still writing the rule book to this as we go, you know.
That's right. Making up as we go. And, okay, so this week coming up, we have Pocono and Iowa for the yes, for the Xfinity Series. We've got MRN coverage, the Truck Series for the Gander Outdoors 150, and that will be at 12:30 on Saturday. Pole qualifying at 4, and then they're going to go to Iowa. I don't know how they're in so many places, and that's for the U.S. Cellular 250 at 5, and then of course on Sunday at Pocono Raceway, Gander Outdoors 400 at 1:30. Insight for Pocono.
Stewart-Haas car is going to win.
All right. Yeah, well, I could have expected that. We will see you next week on MRN Crew Call. Thank you so much for joining us.
Joe.
Joe,
Coach
you're amazing.
Joe.
Thank you.
Hope to have you back.
Thank you,
The
Rocko.
best.
To ever do
The
it.
best to ever do it.
We'll see you
the
next
best
week.
out
Thank
there.
you, guys. I appreciate it.